Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Johnny Demos. For those of you that don't know me, coming to you live all the way from beautiful Melbourne in Australia. I don't know why I put on that accent, Melbourne. I think it's my American friends, Melbourne. But welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you that are here for the first time, you're in for a treat. I'm a little bit excited. Just quietly. Shh. Because what you're going to hear about today is really, really exciting. 3 years ago, we heard it for the first time. For the first time, we didn't believe it. We thought it was a lie, but we thought it was too good to be true. And back then, it was a little bit different, right? You know, when you hear something for the first time, you want to believe it because it's incredible. It was incredible. The message was crazy, but we weren't sure. Why? Because I've been involved, like many of you, I've been involved in this industry for 20 years, this online space, guys, trying to figure out how to build an income, another side income. Well, not another side income, a side income for the family. And, give the family the breathing space they wanted, pay some bills, and maybe even build something really, really exciting. The only problem is that this industry has always been about, and still is, a bunch of great companies all fighting to sell expensive products to people that cannot afford to buy them every month. Does that make sense? It's ridiculous. So firstly, people can't afford to buy the products every month, which they want for their health, especially if they find something really, really exciting. And secondly, most people in this industry, this online space, don't make any money. And they don't tell you this. The industry doesn't tell you this. The industry doesn't say, hey, Louisa, welcome to the online space. Just so you know, the odds are against you from day one. Most 95, 96% of people don't make money. So good luck, right? They don't tell you that. They tell you how easy it is. They tell you that products are going to sell themselves. They tell you that this is easy. You'll be amazing, Michelle. You'll be fantastic at this. No, it's not as easy as that. And I got sick and tired of those statistics. And about 3 years ago, I was going to part company with this industry and walk away and pursue my other ventures, real estate, whatever, right? But I got a tap on the shoulder by a complete stranger, a stranger that simply asked me the same question that he got asked when he got started. And he said to me, Johnny, I know we don't know each other, and I know you've got some exciting things going on in your life and business, whatever, but I need to ask you, have you heard about what's going on in the subscription economy? I said, what do you mean? And he said, you've got all those subscriptions, the subscriptions that we pay for, Netflix and Costco and Amazon and all that stuff. I said, sure, I do. He said, how many of those pay you every month? I said, none of them pay me. Why? And he said, what if I told you that I found one that you can build a little business around and it'll pay you to share with your friends? And the rest was history. I thought, okay, well, this sounds a little bit exciting, but a little too good to be true when I found out more about it. But here we are 3 years later. Guys, this little company that you're going to hear about tonight absolutely created history and turned this online space upside down. Why? Because this little company, well, it's not a little company anymore. This little company took advantage of a major revolution that was going on globally, and that is the subscription revolution. What do I mean? Companies like Netflix and Amazon and Costco, Spotify, Disney Plus, Sam's Club, whatever, they all took part in this major wave that had taken over the world, the subscription revolution. And our little company that you're going to hear about, this little company right here, simply took advantage of that wave and they caused one major disruption. Like I said, they made history in this industry. And together, you and I have an opportunity to simply take advantage of this global revolution and be part of it. Okay. And I'm telling you, 3 years in, wait till you hear the story. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to slow down for a second and get on here and share my screen and introduce you all to the one and only Livegood. There we go. Folks, the membership that pays. Okay, let's get on with it. Let's have a look at some of the big names that I mentioned earlier, folks. You know them all. Have a look on your left-hand side. Amazon Prime, Netflix, Sam's Club, Costco, Disney Plus, Spotify, whatever. Now, the numbers on the right-hand side matter. Have a look at their membership numbers. 200 million for Amazon Prime, over 300 million for Netflix, 70 million Sam's Club, 130 million, 150 million, 263 million, and so on. Plus so many thousands of companies and industries globally that have pivoted to a subscription or membership model, right down to your local gymnasium, right? We know this. But the reason why this is really exciting is because out of all these memberships and subscriptions that we all know and we all pay for, Livegood is the only one that pays. Okay? Livegood is the only one that pays you to share this fantastic little message with your friends. Now, let's have a look at Amazon just for a moment, right? We know Amazon started selling books 30 years ago, right? And everybody thought, who's going to buy books online? That's crazy. The whole world is going to buy books online, folks. The whole world, that's who. Jeff Bezos knew exactly what he was doing. He knew that he was standing in front of a major storm, right? Because it wasn't long before Amazon expanded well beyond books, right? Music, electronics, clothing, toys, furniture, kitchenware, anything you can think of. And how many members today? Over 200 million. Let that sink in for a moment. This is all about timing. Now, our fantastic little Livegood, I keep calling it little, officially launched in December 2022 globally out of Jupiter in Florida in the US. It just clicked over 3 years. 3 years old in December that just passed, with its world first wholesale membership club. Now, folks, not only is Livegood the how we call it, membership model pioneers in this home-based business arena. Listen to me carefully. They are the only company that profit shares its membership revenue with its affiliates. Nobody's ever done this before. What does that mean? It means that, like we said earlier, Livegood pays you to share a fantastic message with your friends, to share the company, share the model, share the platform with your friends. One of the examples that we love to use, similar to what Trevor said to me when he approached me for the first time, here's another one I love to use. When people ask me, what are you talking about? What's this membership stuff you're talking about, Johnny? And I would say, Louisa, listen to me. Think when Netflix launched 30 years ago. Imagine they announced that they were going to pay you a nice little commission every time you referred a friend to the movie platform, right? Plus, they'll give you a nice little cut of your friend's $15 monthly subscription and some other little bonuses, right? As long as your friend remained a member, as long as your friends remained members. What a fantastic business model, right? Think about it. Do you think everybody might have said yes and taken advantage of a little Netflix side hustle while working their shitty 9-to-5 job that most people hate? And even if they love it, most people aren't getting paid enough because cost of living nowadays compared to 20 years ago is a little bit different, isn't it? Of course they would have. This would have been an incredible side gig. Could you imagine what that would look like 10, 20, 30 years later? They've got over 300 million members. 300 million members. How many of those might be part of your little organization today? What would that look like? The only problem is that Netflix didn't offer a compensation plan, a referral program, a commission, whatever, did they? But for those of you that are here for the first time, I want you to please understand that's exactly what we've got here for you tonight. We're going to show you how you can build a residual income. Oh my God, this is all we wanted all these years. The only reason I said yes to this industry 20 years ago was because I saw a vision and I noticed that people were building incomes on the side. That's what I wanted. And I had to figure this thing out. It took me 20 years because nobody really showed me, because they were telling us lies over the years. It's easy to build this thing. Rubbish. It's not. But we found a model with the best message ever, and a model that nobody had ever seen before. We're going to show you how you can build that residual income for you and your family, an income that's going to pay you and your family for years to come. Just like we say, getting paid royalties for producing that hit song. Does that make sense? And getting paid forever. Getting paid what we love to call beach money for sharing a fantastic message with your friends, an incredible message with your friends, while you're enjoying, listen to me, while you're enjoying incredible products with your family at almost cost price. at almost cost price. When we first saw this, we thought that's stupid. I mean, yes, it's exciting, but how do they sustain that? How would they do almost cost price? Who in their right mind would do that? I'll tell you why. Because here at Livegood, their revenue doesn't come from their product sales, maybe a couple of dollars just to make sure they don't, go broke. But their revenue comes from their $9.95 membership, a little $10 subscription that their members, that their millions of members are paying every single month, a monthly membership to access these incredible products at the cheapest prices on the planet. We've never seen this before. While you're building an income for your family, so you're purchasing these incredible products for your family to get them healthy because you're not selling anything, while you're building an income as you share this concept, this little membership with your friends, with anybody. Guys, the model is genius and we're just getting started because after 3 years now, we are still the fastest growing company in this home-based business arena in history. I don't know, 100 years, whatever it is, this industry's been going on. Nobody comes close. Nobody has come close to these numbers. Guys, 1 million members. It took us 12 months, just over 13 months, I think it was. First company to ever do that. Does that make sense? It took Amazon 2 years to get to 1 million. It took Costco and Netflix 3 years to get to 1 million. Let that sink in. Understand what we have here. We're now sitting at almost 2.5 million members and the nappies are off. We're standing high, higher than we ever have. Because let me tell you, we've still got the bruises. Trevor and I and some of you that have been around long enough still have the bruises to remind us how tough it was in the beginning. Why? Yes, it was exciting because it was a brand new launch, all that blah, blah, right? But it's really difficult to try and launch a company that nobody had ever seen before, a model that nobody had ever seen before. Nobody believed us. A little membership club at $10 a month and that's it. You don't have to buy any products. It's illegal. It's a scam. That's what it was like. But we hung around. Some of us, well, most of us, but some of us really understood the vision. Some of us really believed, and some of us really ran hard and built something incredible. And now we lived to tell the story and pull everybody else with us. Because what happens suddenly? Everybody else's belief goes up, doesn't it? Guys, this is incredible. And we're about to hit the greatest momentum because we're not the new kid on the block anymore. We're standing high. We're up there belting all the big multi-million dollar giants that have been around forever. And it's all because of this crazy guy right here. Let's meet the founders of Livegood. Guys, Ben Glinsky's the CEO of Livegood. Like it says here, with over 25 years experience owning and running some of the most successful companies in this industry. Guys, Ben had a vision. He got sick and tired of all the expensive products. He was involved in the same industry, right? Expensive products, maybe his prices were better than most, but he still realized and he understood the statistics that most people don't make money. They go broke and they can't afford to buy products. So he thought, what if I introduce a membership model? What if I launch something nobody's ever seen before, a little $10 membership, and take all the margins away from products? Forget about selling products for $100 and $150. What if I sold them for $10, $15, $20? What if? Products they can finally afford. And that's exactly what he did. He teamed up with his great friend, Nada Kazan, a 30-year well-known veteran of this industry, and together with, seriously, the best product gurus. I love them dearly because I communicate with them all the time. They respond all the time, especially Lisa, because Ryan's really, really busy. But Ryan's the doctor, the formulator, the brains behind these amazing products. And his lovely wife, Lisa, is the director of product education and products coming out guys, we've got a range of almost 50 products. Incredible. And guys, just like Amazon started selling books 30 years ago, and now they sell everything, don't they? That's Livegood's plan as well. They started with the best health and wellness products on the planet. And I'm talking about the best. And when you see what I see, when you see what most of our people see and understand the products and get to know them and see what's in them and how clean they are, or totally organic, all the certifications you can think of, you will fall in love. You'll have your favorites, of course. But you'll get excited because finally you can get healthy. I mean, guys, I'm in my 50s, late 50s, right? But I'm at the gym every day. I want to take the best products, but it is expensive to do that until now. Until now. And here's the thing. Not only the products so incredible and clean as you can get, but Livegood have done one thing that I haven't seen anybody else do it. They offer a certificate of analysis for every single product, which is a certificate that details every single ingredient, the potency, and all that stuff that some of you that are geeks and are always stuck to the back of packets, right, and cartons, can go and make your comparisons with everybody else and watch your jaw drop. Okay. And the exciting news here, which we didn't kind of believe in the beginning, and I touched on it earlier, is you don't have to buy a single thing. Here at Livegood, for the first time in my 20-year career in this industry, you don't have to buy a single thing. Nada. And when you do, decide that you feel like some Super Reds, you feel like some coffee, whatever you like, doesn't matter. Guess what? You're going to be paying 10, 15, 20 bucks instead of 60, 90, 130, whatever. Does that make sense? That is incredible. I could stop this presentation right here and say to you guys, there you go, there you have it. Introducing Livegood, the greatest membership. Don't worry about making money with it. Just go and enjoy the prices of almost cost price and saving a fortune. There you go. The best subscription ever. Now, as far as product prices and comparisons are concerned, watch this. Here's an example of just 3 of our products: our greens, protein, and collagen. Guys, $175 US difference in price between our 3 products and our competitors. You're hearing me, right? 175 for 3 products, not 30. It's crazy. And you can go to our website and see the comparisons for all of our products versus our competitors. Same result. We have it there for each one. You will absolutely, it's jaw dropping. Okay, that's what Livegood's doing. They've made health and wellness affordable, and health and wellness, of course, for the last 3 years was the first industry that they decided to turn upside down. That's exactly what they've done. And I'm telling you right now, zero competition. Now, for all of us outside the US, such as Canada and Europe and UK, Australia, Latvia, New Zealand, Africa, right, wherever, Livegood launched the International Wellness Pack. 6 of their best and most popular products for under $100. Guys, $99.95. Not $300, $400, $500, which is what you'd normally pay for 6 products, half a dozen products. Go to your health food store and have a look. It would stress me out every time we would go into the health food store because I know we're walking out after spending, $80, $100, whatever. So you're getting 6 products for the price of 1 in the International Wellness Pack. And that includes shipping globally. That, my friends, is what I'm talking about. Now, if you haven't figured it out already, I'm here to tell you. I mean, most of you that have been here for a long time, for a while, you understand what I'm about to say. Livegood will be the next Amazon of social marketing, this whole home-based business arena, the online space. We know this now. Why? Because the numbers are in, the trends are there. We're heading towards 3 million members. We're the fastest growing company in the history of this industry. Diamond ranks everywhere. I think we've got 200 globally, 6-figure and multiple 6-figure incomes everywhere. Guys, we're not the new kid on the block, the new baby on the block now. We're out of our nappies, but still a toddler, still young enough to say that we're still almost a baby, but we're playing with the big boys now and kicking their ass. Okay, but please understand, Livegood is not a health and wellness company. They're a membership club, a buyer's club. Does that make sense? The product is the membership, just like a Costco membership. Same thing here. We're not here to sell products to anybody. You can promote products. You can say, hey, when was the last time you saw Super Reds at $24 compared to 80, right? So you can do that if you want to, but there's no selling products. You're buying them for your family because at these prices, or you don't buy any at all if you don't feel like it. And when you do, knock yourself out. But we're here to make an impact and bless millions of lives. We want to show you not only how easy it is and how affordable it is to get healthy, but more importantly, or just as important, I guess, for some, We want to show you how you can build that extra income for your family and get your life back. Because, like me, many of you have been searching for that little business over the last 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, maybe, right? Some successes, a lot of failures. Well, we want to put a stop to that right here, right now, in the next few months. We want to make you your family's hero. When you understand that, it'll change everything. And of course, Livegood will end up being your little one-stop online superstore, a place where its millions of members can simply access whatever they want to anytime they like with a click of a finger. And like I said earlier, simply starting with health and wellness. I think you're understanding the model now. We started with health and wellness. And with that, we included not only the best. Go and have a look at our website. You will really be impressed with the quality of the products and the range as well, including pet products as well. The cleanest and pricing will always be jaw-dropping in our range because of the membership model. Does that make sense? It doesn't matter. We could sell cars here for we could probably sell cars here for a tenth of the price, maybe, with a membership model. It would be great. But we've got the best and cleanest skincare products as well. There's a bunch of those, and price is incredible, and the cleanest as well. Guys, this one I have to talk about a little bit. Essential oils, six of the best essential oils, all farmed from the same places as all our expensive friends that would normally sell six for about 200, 250, something like that. If any of you understand essential oils, because I didn't, my wife did, you'll understand how expensive they are, especially this little fella here that's called frankincense, right? I don't know, 60, 80, $90 a bottle. Pretty fancy. But all these six, when the company started, they were $49.95, which absolutely turned the planet upside down. Guess what? A year ago, they reduced them to $29.95. Why? Because there's a lot of margin in oils, guys. And this is a membership model. And Ben Glinsky wanted to pass on all those savings to us. Does that make sense? You don't believe it? Go and get your hands on one of the certificates of analysis on any one of those and go and compare it with a 10x bottle and see the difference. Household cleaners are on their way. They've been on their way for a while, but they took a back seat just for a while because they were so committed to getting the health and wellness products full range, right? But the household cleaning products are going to be incredible. You'll never go to your supermarket and get cleaning products again to get rubbish from there at crazy prices, right? And of course, so much more coming. Now, a quick summary as to why Livegood's such a great idea. Of course, best products on the planet, guys. So much more coming. Pricing you won't get anywhere else. You can't because of the membership model. We have a 90-day, 3-month empty bottle money back guarantee. 3 months. Who does that? There's no need to buy anything. There's no forced orders. There's no auto ships like some companies like to call it. And of course, we've got a fantastic compensation plan. And everybody talks about how good their compensation plan is, right? And I've seen most of them, right? In the beginning, let me tell you this. I didn't think it was possible, or did Trevor. Most of us leaders that have been around for a long time, we couldn't understand and couldn't believe that that these guys would pay enough from a little $10 program. How could they possibly? How could they? And we were wrong. And I'll explain shortly why. And of course, the timing. I love the timing now because 3 years in, we're no longer the new kid on the block, getting belted with baseball bats everywhere we go. The story's a little bit different now, right? The success stories, the testimonials, just everything. So now it's like, okay, now we're really ready to talk business. And there's nothing like it on the planet. We are just getting started. Now, for those of you that are here for the first time that are wondering, how do I get started, Johnny? Enough already. You get started with Livegood 2 ways, member or affiliate. As a member, you're not interested in building a business. You've got plenty of money in the bank or under your bed or whatever it is. You've taken care of all your bills, car repayments, kids' education, vacations, holidays, whatever, right? Retirement. I'm sure you have, but you want to get your family healthy, incredible products, ridiculous prices. It's like a closing down sale. It's better than a Friday. What do they call it? What do they call those Friday? Whatever, Christmas time, ridiculous Friday sales every day, every single day. All right. So All you're going to do is just become a member, pay $9.95 starting today, tonight. When you jump off the call, you'll pay your first month's membership and then just sit back, whatever. Show up whenever you want to and order some products. How good's that? But if you want to stop living paycheck to paycheck, if you want to build something great, if you want to give the family that breathing space, if you want to take care of those bills that are driving you crazy, especially now, and you're trying to figure out how you're gonna stop having more month at the end of your money instead of the other way around, you're going to join us as an affiliate. And as an affiliate, you're going to pay a once-off $40 lifetime affiliate fee. That's it. Once only. Tonight, today, when you jump off the call, plus your first month's $9.95. Guys, that is it. $50. Can we call it $50? And you got your business in a box. And away you go. The only problem here is, because it's only $50, there's not a lot of skin in the game, is there? There's the danger that you won't treat it seriously. Sometimes people have to spend $2,000, $5,000 or something in order to take something seriously. So I'm here to tell you that if you treat this like a hobby, or if you forget about it for a little while, you'll get to it someday. It'll pay you peanuts. It's that simple. It'll pay you peanuts. But if you want to earn the money, if you want to build it, if you want to make a difference to the family, if you want to build something great, if you want to get to the diamond rank and change your family's life, your kids' lives, then you're going to join us. You're going to join us. Of course, you're going to join us, but you're going to treat this like $1 million business, like you have a mortgage on it. And I promise you, with that attitude, it will change your life. Seriously. I challenge anybody to argue with me on that point. If you do this, then that will happen. It's that simple. But if you do that, then this will happen. You know what I mean? It's everything we do is a strategy. Do this, and then that'll happen. So you follow in the footsteps of others that have been where you want to go. You can't help but win and head in the right direction. And guys, seriously, $49.95. You start your little business tonight, and away you go. You secure your spot as the CEO of your little business. And what's your operating cost every single month? $9.95. That's your rent. That's what I call it. My rent every month. $9.95. Done. Now, for those of you that do want to join us as an affiliate, which is everybody usually, and earn some of this, build a business for the family, let's find out a little bit more about the compensation plan and how we get paid here. All right, now let's go. Here at Livegood, guys, we get paid 7 ways. Doesn't matter about the 7. The first 3 are the only ones that matter. So let's go through them, because seriously, nothing else matters. One day when you get to the diamond rank, when you work hard enough and you get to share in a 2% pool globally with all the other diamonds, it's fantastic. But until then, the first 3 is where it's at. Let's go. The weekly fast start commission is the very first way we get paid, guys. This is simply Livegood's way of paying you some quick cash up front. Okay, so you go share this little business with Trevor. Trevor pays his $50 to get started. You earn $25, which is 50%, right? Simple mathematics. You go and share this business with 10 people this week. They join you this week. You've got $250 US in your bank account the following week. Does that make sense? That's it. Now, here's what happens when 2 people join you. Just 2. I know we're talking about 10 and 20 and how many can I get to, right? But something magical happens when 2 people, your first 2, join you. Firstly, you break even, don't you? Somebody pays their $50, you make 25. Somebody else pays their 50, you make another 25, that's 50. In fact, you're 5 cents in profit, okay? The second thing that happens when you get 2 people to join you is you get to the very first rank. So we've got a few ranks here at Livegood that simply recognize you for growing your business. As your team grows and as you share this with others, Livegood pays you as you go through the ranks, from unranked when you start to bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and we've even got a crown diamond as well. So let's get back to bronze. Now, as a bronze, now that you've got your first 2 people, you're still going to get paid your 50% when Trevor joins, right? When somebody joins you. But when Louise joins Trevor, Louise now pays the 50, Trevor makes the 25, you make 10%, which is $5 of that 50, of the $49.95. Pretty cool, huh? And as you rank up, as your team grows, you simply get paid deeper levels of fast starts in the compensation plan. So as a diamond, I get paid 10 levels deep, as you can see here. So not only when Trevor joins, I make the 50%. When Louise joins Trevor, I make the 10. When Charlie joins Louise, I make the 5, and so on, which is fantastic. It's a great little fast start. And when you've got a little bit of momentum going on in your business, suddenly you've got a few fires going on. The fast starts are fantastic, really fantastic, especially as you rank up and you get paid deeper levels. It's incredible, guys. And it's a fast start commission. People join, you get paid. People don't join, you don't get paid, right? That's just how it works. So, but the reason why we build these businesses and we're doing this stuff is because we want to earn beach money, which is the residual income, which starts right here in your matrix commissions. Now, what happens here? When you join tonight, for example, you will become the CEO of your organization, which your organization looks like a matrix, a triangle. So and you're at the top, as you should be as the CEO, right? Let's be serious. As you share this business with others and they start joining you and they start sharing with others as well, all of these people start falling in underneath you in your matrix in the next available position, starting with 2 people beneath you, then 4, then 8, 16, 32, 64, all the way down to 12 levels. Does that make sense? So when you begin, your matrix goes down 12 levels. As you rank up to bronze and silver, it goes to 13 levels, gold and platinum, 14 levels. And as a diamond, my matrix is the same as everybody else's, except it goes down to 15 levels. That's all. So there's more people in my matrix. That's all. So pretty simple, right? People are starting to share. The next available person comes in here and maybe they bring somebody here, and you can understand how it's starting to fill up slowly. Everybody's sharing and your matrix is starting to grow. Now remember, everybody's paying $9.95. Remember? Their membership every single month. Livegood pay you 2.5% on every single one of those $9.95 memberships. That's 25 cents, or as our American friends call it, a quarter. Okay. Now you might be thinking, Johnny, that's not enough money. 25 cents. But think about it. You think of the numbers compounding. 100 people in your matrix, $25 per month US. And growing as your team grows. 1,000 people in your matrix, pardon me, $250 per month, right? 2,000 people in your matrix, $500 per month US. So can you understand how this just starts to grow? And if you get a bit of momentum, if you find, let's say, somehow a Johnny appears somewhere in your matrix because either you found me or somebody else found, well, I won't say me, call it him, right? And Johnny might appear down here somewhere and Johnny blows up his business, which blows up yours and blows up everybody else's that's above Johnny, all the way to you. Does that make sense? So everybody from Johnny upwards really starts getting a lot of these 25 senses because so many people are joining down below. It's fantastic, guys. Fantastic. And what happens is all the people beneath Johnny or whoever's really active in your business, you might be active. You might join here like I did, and suddenly you're bringing in tens and 20 and 30 and 40 people in your business, and everybody just below you, they're wondering, who are all these people falling in my business from above? Johnny, what are you doing? That's called spillover. So you might be lucky enough to be close enough. The key is close enough. If you're close enough to somebody that's really active, you're going to experience some people falling into your business. If you're not that close to them, if you're further down on 5, 6 levels down, it might take a while before you experience some spillover. It doesn't matter, whatever it is. I didn't receive any spillover in my business because when I joined Trevor, I was on his 4th level. I was down here somewhere, and it was going to take a while by the time some of his people trickled down to me. It didn't matter because I made the decision to build my business from me down anyway. So spillover is fantastic. If you're lucky enough to be close enough, let me give you an example. When I started my business, I put my wife Lucy in here because I always grab a spot for Lucy. And here was just a woman that I was messaging in Barcelona in Spain, Susanna. And she joined me. She said, Johnny, of course I'll join you. $50 to get started, $10 a month. You're involved. I trust you. I want to do what you're doing. She joined me and she knew that she was one of the first. Very clever. So she took this little spot here. Now, I've got thousands and thousands of people in my business, guys, and they've all fallen underneath who? Lucy and Susanna. So both of these, in fact, all of these positions here have received all of my spillover, right? Because they can't go anywhere else. So Susanna's earning a bunch of money. So are these positions. So is Lucy every single month because of me. Which leads me to my next thing. I wish I'd taken on these positions myself, because then all the matrix money that these positions are collecting now, because all the matrix 25 cents, they're all going to a little point, aren't they? They would have been going into my pocket. As it stands, only this one is, Lucy, right? So I've left a bit of money on the table. It hurts a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. It is what it is. We didn't know about that strategy. That's why we say to people, hey, these positions here are the best real estate in your business. If you want to, grab a couple. Grab a couple for your kids if you want to, just as members. Don't worry about the affiliate fee for now, just for members. Just secure those spots. For one day, you might give a nice little gift to your kids of a few $1,000s a month. Wouldn't that be great? So I wish we knew that, but we didn't. It doesn't matter. We move on. So that's the matrix, guys. Now I will say this. Remember with the example of Susanna, one day, Susanna's an unranked affiliate. She's never introduced anybody. She's not even a bronze. But when her matrix fills one day, how's her matrix going to fill? Because of me. Because of me, all the people that I'm putting into her business. When her matrix fills as an unranked affiliate, she's going to earn a couple of $1,000s a month. If she was a bronze or a silver and it filled, $4,000 a month, double. And gold and platinum, $8,000. And one day, guys, please understand, one day when my matrix fills, it could be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. I don't care. Whenever it is. All those positions above, because we're all in somebody else's matrix. We're all part of someone's matrix. Memberships are going to start trickling down eventually. Who cares how long it takes? But when mine fills, $16,000 a month from whatever it is now, a couple of thousand, whatever it is. I'm happy to wait. But the probability is coming. It's happening. All right. So that's the guys, that is the matrix commission. But I'll tell you now, the reason why we're here building a business with Livegood and the reason why this is going to be the one company that's going to create the biggest checks this industry has ever seen is not because of the first two ways you've just seen. It's about this page 3, the matching bonus. Guys, this is the one that's going to create the biggest residual checks this industry has ever seen. And let me explain why. Here's what happens. Whatever your personally enrolled people earn in their matrix pay. So whatever your personals, if we go back to here, all of these people are my personally sponsored. I bought them in. My wife, Susanna, some friends, some other people, right? They're all mine. They're all earning something in their matrix pay. Some are earning hundreds, some thousands, some $50, some $20. Of course, as you're going further down, $10, $5. Whatever all my personals are earning, I've got maybe 280 personals over the last 3 years. If they hang around long enough in Livegood, do you think that maybe they're going to be earning 2,000 or 4,000 or 8,000? Or do you think Johnny as a diamond, when my matrix fills, I'll get 16,000? That means that Trevor, my sponsor, earns 8. Does that make sense? Are you starting to understand how this, with a vision, is absolutely incredible? 50%. So you've got to ask yourself, how many people are going to join you on this journey the next 10 years? How many are going to be earning something in their matrix pay? $50, $100, $200, 2,000. You get a Johnny in there that earns 16,000. Someone else that's an unranked that earns 2,000. Whatever it is, you earn half. It's that simple. And guess what? That's not even the best part, which is crazy, right? Why? Because as you rank up to silver, gold, platinum, and diamond, you're also going to get an additional 10, 15, 20, as much as 23% on the rest of your team. Not only the 50% match on your personals, but as much as 23% as a diamond on the rest of your team. This, my friends, this little section right here is what's going to blow your commission check apart every single month if you do the work. It's happened to me and all the diamonds. Life-changing money. It's been incredible. And that's why we've been yelling and screaming from the rooftops from day one, we've got to get you to diamond. But in order for it has to be more than just us wanting you to get there. You've got to want to get there. You've got to do what it takes to get there. And it will change your life. I promise you. And that's the matching bonus, guys. Let's go through really quickly the rank qualifications and we'll wrap this thing up. First, we've got the bronze rank, our favorite little stepping stone rank. Yeah, I got my money back rank, right? I've broken even. You get your 2 people, you get to bronze. We teach them how to get there too, teach them how to get there too, and so on and so on. You get a little bit of duplication happening, and you get to the silver rank with 20 people. Same thing with gold. Gold changes a few things up here. Your belief level starts to go up because why? You've got a team of 100 now. 100. Most of you have never had a team of 100. Amazing. So you start believing, hey, this thing works. I'm getting paid a few $100s a month, residual income, not including my fast start every week. You got a team of 100, some silvers in your team, you get to gold. You duplicate that a little bit now, you start helping your team grow, and suddenly, whoa, what happened? I got a team of 500. I get to platinum. Platinum changes everything. You're earning 4 figures a month. Maybe you haven't done that before because, like I said, 95% of people don't make money in this industry. So suddenly you're earning and you're at platinum. You're starting to get into that leadership role, guys. Everything changes. And then that's when you really start to run. And you run and you run and you run. And let me tell you, the day that you hit diamond with a minimum of 2,500, you'll be on the phone to your sponsor, to me, to whoever, in tears. Because that's what we've experienced the last 2.5, 3 years. That's what happens. It's life-changing money. You start earning the 6 figures. You get to the stage where you're doing multiple 6 figures, depending on how much you still run. Some people give up and say, you know what? I'm happy with that. 6 figures. I'm doing my 10K, whatever it might be, wherever they are. Some people, everybody's different. But diamond changes everything. You start having the conversations with your significant other. Sweetheart, you're going to stay home now. Forget about going to work. Help me build this business. Or let's build one for you as well. Okay, so everything changes. And then, of course, you have a real journey to get to Crown Diamond. And that's the last rank. Crown Diamond is a team of 50,000 people, structured correctly, of course. We've got 3 Crown Diamonds. We've got about 200 diamonds globally and 3 Crown Diamonds, one in the US, one in Kazakhstan, and one in Philippines. Kazakhstan and Philippines, the poorer countries. But we had a couple of leaders there that decided, I'm going to change my community's life, and it's exactly what they did. Imagine earning $500 or $1,000 a month, just team members in Kazakhstan. Incredible. That's what we've got here with a little $10 membership. Okay, guys, and that's it. That is the compensation plan. That is the end of the presentation. Let me just stop sharing my screen. I hope that you enjoyed. Hope that made sense. For those of you that are here for the first time, guys, please understand there is nothing like it. If you're sick and tired of just jumping on these presentations every time somebody is nice enough to invite you or drag you there, right? I was tired of that as well. I just wanted to find one. I was one of those guilty ones, I must admit, that jumped from one company to the next in my younger days because, I don't know, that seemed to be the cool thing to do. I had a couple of friends that we used to say, hey, I found this one, let's go jump. And we never made any money. And we wasted years. We could afford years back then because we were in our, I can't remember, 30s, early 30s. Can't afford to make that mistake now. And this thing worked. Over the last 3 years, we ran like crazy. And now that, when something works, and you just want to share it with everybody else to make sure that they enjoy that success, because this company is built in such a way, this compensation plan pays in such a way where Black Friday, that's what it was. Thanks, Dirk. That's what I was trying to figure out earlier. But this compensation plan pays in such a way where you can only enjoy success when you help your team succeed. which reminds me of the old Zig Ziglar saying, help enough people get what they want, and you can have anything you want. So if you're here for the first time, guys, make sure you jump off the call, grab the person that invited you here, grab their little link, and grab your CEO position. Go and pay your $50. Grab a couple of family spots, kids spots, if you want to. If you don't, it doesn't matter. If you have any questions about that, reach out to us. Otherwise, whatever. People say, do I have to? Of course you don't have to. Most people struggle to build one business. How are you going to build three? But the idea here is a couple of little positions for the kids long term. Yeah, it costs you $10 a month. Doesn't really matter, each one. So it's just good planning. And we tend to promote the little things that we forgot to do. Not forgot, we didn't know how to do. But guys, it's going to take some work. Don't let anybody ever say to you that you're going to make 10. Dirk, come and let me show you how I made 10 grand in my first month. Rubbish. Run. Why? Because it's a scam. It's not meant to be easy. These things, they take time, they take sweat, they take a grind every single day, showing up even when you don't feel like it. But that's the industry that we're in. This is the industry that we're in. If you want safe and you don't want the discomfort, you don't want that pain, stay where you are. Stay safe. Collect the paycheck. Stick to your tractors. Stick to your trucks and doing whatever in the mines. But that's not what you want. That's not why you're here, is it? You're here because you want to make a difference. You're here because you're sick and tired of looking at your significant other saying, I promise you, this is the one. I got sick of looking at Lucy saying, sweetheart, I promise you, this is the one. When I looked at her and I said, this little membership is, I've got a good feeling about this, honey. She said, I'm sure you do. So guys, let this be the last presentation, the first presentation that you ever go to. We're going to change your family's life, but you need to want it. You need to want it, because we're not going to build it for you. I'm not going to build it for you. I'm there running beside you every step of the way. But this thing works. So let's go make 2026 your best year ever. Let's go make the next 2 years look nothing like the last two. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. To my team that's always with me, I love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me just stop